I'm here to introduce Detective Mike Sabaden of the Toronto Police Sex Crimes Unit, who will speak to you about a very serious child exploitation investigation. The investigation has to date culminated thus far in the arrest of 1 male and 3 females. The investigation has resulted in the rescue of children that were not only being sexually abused, but then further exploited by having this abuse permanently captured by the recording of it. We are before you today to announce the arrest of these 4 people because we believe that these child exploitation offenders will have had contact with other like-minded people on the internet, and because we are concerned that there may be more victims in the community. Detective Sabaden.
Thank you. Thank you, Inspector. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Thank you for attending Toronto Police Headquarters. As the Inspector said, my name is Detective Mike Sabaden of the Toronto Police Service Sex Crimes Child Exploitation Section. On January 20th of 2016, we received information of a male that was uploading child pornography to the internet. An investigation into this resulted in the execution of a search warrant on April 25th of 2016. During the execution of that search warrant, a female was located inside the residence and a male was located at his workplace. During an examination of evidence at the search warrant, we located what we're alleging to be child pornography videos. As a result, 2 persons were arrested on the state. Jason Dickens, also known as Bird Dickens, 45 years from Toronto, was charged with 19 child sexual exploitation offenses and bestiality charge. Dylan Ann McEwen, also known as Doll, 31 years old from Toronto, Ontario, has been charged with 9 child sexual exploitation offenses and a bestiality charge. We believe that Dickens and McEwen were active in online communities and that they actively sought out and met several persons online and in person. Please take note of the following online personas that were used by Dickens and McEwen. For Dickens, he was also known as Retro Deviant, Bird Dog, and that's spelled D-A-W-G, Sir Dirk, retrodeviant@gmail.com, retrodeviantdog, and that's D-A-W-G @gmail.com, retrodeviant2004 @hotmail.com, Angry Bird Riggs, and that's Bird, B-Y-R-D, @gmail.com, Bird, B-Y-R-D _D @hotmail.com. We also believe that McEwen used the following names online: Doll, Dirty Doll, Pretty _bitter _pill @hotmail.com, and Dirty Slave Doll @yahoo.com. We believe that they frequented the following websites: collarspace.com, fetlife.com, bondage.com, and slavefarm.com. After Dickens and McEwen were charged, investigators at the Child Exploitation Unit continued to analyze the devices seized. Officers located additional child sexual abuse images and videos. We are alleging that between January 2000 and January 2006, Dickens met with a woman online and in person. During this time, they engaged in the sexual abuse of a child, and we're also alleging that they made, possessed, and distributed online child sexual abuse images and videos. As a result of that, a 57-year-old woman from London, Ontario, has been charged with 10 child sexual exploitation offenses. We believe that she used the online personalities of Angel Dad Lost and Susan Bygirl. Jason Dickens was charged with an additional 6 child sexual exploitation offenses in regards to this. Officers continue to go through all the devices seized, and as a result, another woman was charged by Thunder Bay Police Service. This woman is Tina Ewan, who's 25 years old, of Thunder Bay, Ontario, and she was charged with make child pornography. We are concerned that there may be more victims. We're also concerned that there may be additional groups of people who met with the accused and that are involved in the sexual abuse of children. We are asking that anyone who may have information in regards to this investigation, please call 416-808-7707 or if you wish to remain anonymous, please call Crime Stoppers at 416-222-TIPS. Thank you for your time.
Are these the two co-accused on the screen here, are they common law partners?
I'm not going to get into the relationship right now at this time.
Any relationship, like?
There is a relationship there with them, yes.
A couple? Is it fair to call them?
It's fair to call them a couple, yes.
Is Bert Dickens the same Bert Dickens, the actor?
We believe he is, yes.
And, okay, and he was
I'm not
on-
going to get into any more. I don't believe that relates to our case.
What are the ages of the victims?
I'm not going to get into anything about the victims at this time.
How many?
I'm not going to speak about the victims at this time.
How many?
I'm not going to speak
Can't
about that
even
either,
give us,
sorry, yes.
The bestiality charge,
Yes.
is that separate from the child porn, or were these children forced to enter into bestiality acts?
We do not believe at this time that any children were involved in the bestiality charges.
Where did the bestiality charge, what does this stem from? Can you just elaborate on the charge?
On the bestiality charge, it involves sexual acts with animals.
The animals?
The adults, yes. We do not believe at this time that any children were involved in the sexual acts with animals.
More than one animal involved?
I'm not going to get into the details of the animals involved. Yeah, I'm sorry.
What do you, I mean, just you as an investigator, you guys investigate a lot of child sexual abuse images online where perhaps you never find the kids involved, or there aren't allegations of, actual sexual assault of physical victims attached to people with child pornography. What do you make of these sorts of offenders? How would you describe these sorts of offenders?
I'm not really clear on what you mean by how I make of them.
Do you see a difference between these sorts of offenders and, say, the people who, and I don't want to say just download child pornography, but is there a line that's been crossed in this case from those other cases?
I wouldn't say there's a line that's been crossed between those cases. I'd say all child pornography offenses are serious, because at the end of those pictures and those videos, there are children that are being sexually abused. So it's all serious. But I would say that between with them, that line has been crossed, obviously.
Were these two living in Toronto? Were the search warrants executed in Toronto?
These two, yes, the search warrants were executed in Toronto.
Detective, do you have an age range for these children exploited?
No, again, I'm not going to speak to the victims involved.
Can you say, did you guys receive a tip about Dickens allegedly sharing these abuse images online, or was this a result of your own investigative work?
No, a tip was received that images were uploaded to the internet, and our investigation led us to Mr. Dickens.
To one of these websites that you named?
No.
Or the fetish websites?
No, we do not believe the fetish websites were involved in this. We're not saying that these websites are illegal in any way. These are just websites that these individuals used to meet other people and talk with other people.
The other two accused that are not pictured here, are they also part of that online fetish community?
Yes, they are.
Is that how they met?
I can't say for sure.
And Detective, where were those two women from, the other two that are not pictured here? Again, one was
One was from London,
London.
Ontario, and one was from Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Does Dickens have a prior criminal record?
I can't speak about that right now.
Is Dickens the only one facing a bestiality charge?
No, Dylan as well.
Dylan as well?
Yes.
And what does she do for work? I'm just wondering her
I'm not going to speak
day
about her
job,
work.
if she
I don't
had contact
believe
with
her work
children.
had anything to do with these charges, so I'm not going to speak about her work at this time.
Are they cooperating with you and police?
Again, I'm not going to speak about that.
Are they out on bail right now, or are they behind bars?
No, they're still being held. Yes. I can say that these two are for sure, and I can't say about the other two right now.
Do you know if they applied for bail and were denied, or if it's just?
That I'm not sure, no.
Would you say there were a lot of images and videos? Would you say dozens, hundreds?
I would say a lot, yes.
So dozens or hundreds? Hundreds?
Thousands?
I would say thousands.
Thousands?
So-
And you said that you had found further images on devices that were seized. Are we talking hard drives, cell phones?
All the above, yes. There was various devices seized, hard drives, cell phones, computers.
And so did these charges date back to 2000 when this, I think, that's when you said this couple met?
No, charges for Dickens and a female from London, date back to 2000.
And that's for, sorry, you had alleged that they had sexually assaulted a child, is that what you said?
That's correct.
And made child pornography from,
Made, possessed, and distributed online.
That concludes today's conference. Thank you for attending. The news release with all the information has been released, so it's available online.
is there any, did you have